Back live. Mommy, if I eat some peanuts, man, can I eat some big raw peanuts? Hey, for those of you who don't know raw peanuts, raw, it's like, and that good for your digestive system. George Washington Carver. A lot of people get on with Washington Carver for making peanuts. Saying he made, but no, it's backwards. That's what he made. Good for you. All right. Welcome back to another video. Please ignore me crunching and stuff. I'm sure it's disrespectful. I apologize for that. I wanted to do another video today before I get on my Zen way and look for my peace and my music and everything else I do, bro. I want to promote Cat Daddy out there. Should have brought the bottle with him. Matter of fact, I didn't. So I know he wouldn't mind. Men, especially black men out there, you know, we struggle with. And people don't get it twisted. I understand that other race of people don't struggle with certain things, because we do. But it's prominent in the black community where we have the high blood pressure, diabetes runs rapid in us for whatever godly reason. Okay. Paracetamol, all right. I've been taking this stuff for 2.5 weeks now. Y'all see? I ain't gonna say too much, dude. Y'all see your boy face chiseled, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, trying to get me, I guess they trying to get me back, looking back one of them statues. Check it out. So we was talking about, in the last video, we was talking about the coexisting and understanding that that's the power that we each and every one of us have within us. Each and every one of us that walk this earth have the power to better ourselves so we can coexist, whether it be by example, whether it be by voice, what we're doing here, media, whatever it is, to show that we're going to break the barriers down of all the craziness that we find ourselves in that hamster wheel, right? Had beautiful young people come and checked me out yesterday and had a very beautiful dialogue, understanding. So, you know, my energy is allowing good people to come around me, and I love that. All right. Watching media, watching some social media, news. Love to keep myself abreast on things around, and I'm impressed of the young people, young ladies, Texas and all around the world, these colleges and stuff stepping up and saying they want a piece of this and they want to be heard. And man, I love that. All the women I've seen down in Austin had Women's Day. They had some, beautiful women out there doing their thing. So that's what it's about. That's what it's about. If you're a young lady out there and you're not getting involved and you're not in touch with a lot of these women out here that's in the movements and in these groups, I would encourage you, man. Encourage you, woman, to please get involved, man, because your growth is important. Your growth is more important than any male's growth out of you. You know what I'm saying? And males, don't get it twisted that I'm trying to shoot us down, and I'm just trying to die down some of our thinking and our philosophy with that is that has damaged the land. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We think too highly of ourselves. Real talk. All right. Not as if we shouldn't, but too highly above what we should. All right. So in the news, some of the things I've seen was it's a beautiful thing when you see Iranian citizens over in America protesting and having a voice, freedom of speech, about a young lady who is terrorized in their homeland in Iran. Come on, man. When you look at it, just 5-10 years ago, we're Iran this and America Iran, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So what that tells a person like myself is that we have arrived once again. All right. And if y'all see my dog or my cat come in the casino, still loving them. But we've arrived and we've come to a point where that um, the spirit is going to show us the example of us arriving and what, you know what I'm saying, avenues of approach. Now, using that, I love my Iranian people. I love people around the world. You don't pick and color. On this channel, it's humanitarian first. You know what I'm saying? It might be what I want to change my channel to, humanitarian first. But in that, I need people to understand, and we all understand, you know, America's been all over the world, whether good or bad. We're not here for that. What's done is done. We got to understand what's done, done. We can talk about it, boo, 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 boo. Okay. Then if we can identify the specific person, blah, 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 boo, boo, cool. But we can't. We all probably played a part, some of it, so it's done. It's done. What we talk about now, though. What we talk about now is now we're within a system that understands its faults or wrongs or whatever, or rights and what we've done and what we created. So now we're here and people of other countries going to be asking for our help. You know what I'm saying? Understanding because you're the most powerful country. We are. Well, when does America say, hey, I ain't in a position to help nobody else? Each country, this is my opinion. Each country, like they doing, should be helping themselves. Hey, let's fix ourselves. Before we go there, that's how you use it. You know how you do it. Learn it, fix ourselves. Even for battle, even for war, let's fix ourselves. Let's build this up, hey, fix ourselves. But each country right now should be feeling loving on their country, loving on their people, building their country up, building the confidence of their people back up, right? Reconstructing leaderships and things like that, like everybody doing election, put the right people in place, people who think about people and not think about the capital or the money or this or that. But think about the inclusion of everybody if possible, because it's not all possible. It's not everything. We're not going to have utopia. We understand that. But leading us in a path in a way that I can see a future. I don't see nuclear bombs going on. I don't see Russia and Ukraine involving us into this big World War III quantum that it wants to. No. Because even that, if you look at the aesthetics of it, that's maddening that brothers and sisters would fight brothers and sisters. Do y'all understand that? Like Ukraine's already is a part of Russia. Ukraine just broke apart, but that's family. That's family, like blood. It's crazy. So to my Iranian brothers and sisters, love you so much, love. But we on PTSD level right here in America. The propaganda that becomes, you got to understand, you got too many soldiers over here in America to understand that type of behavior in Iran happens. So we're not going to play with it. We love you though, but we're not going to allow you to play with it. Social media, we're not going to allow you to play with it. You know that behavior goes, it's not like that's not the norm. That's what I'll say. Iran has been doing that for the longest. And so is these other countries that you won't say because they're oil rich, royal, just oil rich desert lands. So I bring this forward because the fact of us healing ourselves first as much as possible. Us, America, concern themselves about America's conditions. Because I speak this through so many that saying the same thing, that want to say the same thing. Fix our conditions. in the number one community, you've went to the Chinese, the Orientals, the Hispanics. You've given also many things to allow them to have security in America, peace in America, stability in America. Have you not forgetting about people that help you build America? Where we at? This war that you want. Black people rising up and being angry for their things that once belonged to them, belonged to their ancestors. Before you had a Queen Elizabeth, you had a Huguenots and hoplets. You mock us in these movies. But so many start understanding now we can bring the history in and say, you had your crest and your shield at one point in time. They derived their crest and shield off of what you were, the African face, the afro, all that. Yeah. There's a time. There's a time we go back to these treaties and these things that divided, that made this land say, oh, this transition is here. This transition is thus. Whether we sit down and sit down and different people were evolved. So we understand it. But now those who have evolved, the children of those that did not get to reap the reward. They here. We here. And want to be involved. Or have no qualms. Like I said before, I'm one of them fools. Knock down any doors. We done knocking. Break the barriers down. Unrestrict yourself. Be you. Perform within yourself. Turn whatever you have into your concert. Be your star. That's what I'm trying to show people. I don't need nobody to tell me who I am. I know who I am. I don't need nobody to validate who I am. I do validate myself by my actions, by my walk. Strive to be the full circle of perfection, the 12. Strive. Will I miss the mark at times? Most definitely. The human condition, it's error. It's built off error. You're not the sin within. The body is the sin. The body lusts. The body overindulges. You inside the human being, if you operate within yourself, you overcome these things. But the more we operate outside ourselves, the more we become addicted to the things. I'll not be bringing you a book lecture and tell you go read this and go read that, because you're supposed to be. If you don't feel it, it's not a believe. They deceive you with the epitome of the words and stuff like that, if I'm saying that right. Etymology. So a lot of us do have to understand the words. 15 keys, 19 keys talked about it. Bobby, all the greats, they talk about it. You know how words affect us. They twist us up. But you're supposed to be in your E, the N and E that divides the L.I and the V.E that's in there, hidden in there. You're supposed to be in your energy and live your best. Your energy. That's what it means to believe. And then the hidden gem. Eve, the 22, Supreme Mother. V, it's all about the woman. We don't exist. We do nothing without her. Supreme. Now, women, I don't mean that a lot of y'all don't operate in that. You know who you are. You don't need nobody like me to tell you. But if you did, Sean tell you, as many of you know, there's no stopping you. There's no stopping you. There's no stopping generations that you bring through. There's no stopping your children because your children will have the same wisdom and knowledge and understanding that you do. Which leads to the next. Turn your children into guinea pigs as you go, and you'll go through your journey with the same thing that you go through in your understanding. And evaluate how what you're trying to bring to them, the meditation of the value of sitting within themselves, turning off the games and turning off the systems and stuff. Because please believe, I'm totally aware. I'm a modern day understanding of our technology. Our technology can suit us if we use it in proper ways. Most definitely. We made it. We're the most intelligent of it. But we allow our kids to bank on it and put themselves within it to find their pleasure within themselves and things like that, then that's where the problem comes, I feel. I always want to stay touching and grounded. The guys just talk about that. Okay. But to bring forth to them an awareness of just being aware of themselves and bringing their inner beauty out and their best and having 30 minutes a day, just them sitting with themselves. And then you evaluating them on their behavior and their perspectives and talking to them, allowing them to bring out the best of them and giving them an open door to creativeness. You know what I'm saying? I remember a time when many mothers and fathers, when growing up, we didn't have all the toys and trappings and have to go buy mom and dad. You have to go buy a whole bunch of stuff for us to play with and stuff like that, right? So putting paints and going to the doctor, just putting stuff around them, not necessarily for them to say, here, do this or that, just put it around them. Let their inquisitive minds figure it out. Just having stuff around them, you know what I'm saying? And then taking phones and games away for a minute, not as punishment or anything, but to give them the ability to branch out in their creativeness. Yeah. Yeah. Create without the phone, create without this kind of stuff. Show them. Yeah. And you'll be amazed because many of them, these kids are amazing. And you have to know that because that's why society allows the drugs and the candy drugs and sugary drugs to come to the community because they know your kid should be flying. Society knows. Powers to be. All right. So I love that video right there, man. Appreciate all. Send love to all, man. Real talk. No harm, no foul to my Iranian counterparts. Love. So much love. We help here. We as Americans, you right. Texans too. We be hard. We love. And you come to my house, I get shot off my back, man. Shit. But we told, some of us a little bit too old and tested the deer of time to know how the Iranian government worked. That if there was an American over there, see what I'm talking about? They wouldn't even let Americans protest if America was harming an Iranian and some Americans lived over there and wanted to protest. You know what I'm saying? Would Americans be allowed to protest anything, freedom of speech over there? See what I'm talking about? And it's not a tick for tat. It's just that we have to understand our consciousness, understand Iran don't care one ficky beat about us. So Right now, we got to fix our home. Now what we can do is get as many like we're doing our Hispanic brothers and sisters and everybody else coming. I seen the brother say, "Man, brother Ron came from Venezuela." That brother sat down on that, broke his knees, almost fell on them rocks. That's when you know it's serious. That man fell on them rocks, and I was like, "Ouch!" to myself, but to him, he's like, "Man, thank you, Lord Almighty, for getting me over here to this freedom. Thank you, Lord." I had his whole little family. I was like, "Wow, I just can't imagine." And so, seeing that perspective, that's why I tell my human race, we got to open our hearts, man, and understand it. No, we can't take everybody. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying the perspective of we don't know how valuable our little world is. Can we get to a point where that we understand it's so valuable and so precious that instead of fighting and bickering with each other and all that, oh man, spread that love and peace, man. Let's see us grow. Spread that love and peace and let's see us grow. Someone's gonna be tested, all right. They see them hurricanes coming up, all right. So down there in Florida, for those of you that's already been through it, man, we send energy and love to you, all right. If the whole world do that based off of just your energy and understanding your perspective of spirituality, and you meditate, find it in your meditating, your prayer, and you know the power of it, man, it'll be all right. Mother Nature will help do its due, and we'll be all right. For those who've lost loved ones, lost things that to help them to sustain a life that they enjoy and stuff, man, we send love to you and proud and understanding. We combine now to help each other. This is the type of things that Mother Nature's gonna do to us for us to love on each other. So it's best for us now to start doing it within our hearts, right? It shouldn't take disasters and things like that for us to do this for each other automatically. Because if we can do this, listen, if we can do this when disasters ain't happening and everything quasi wrong, man, just imagine when disasters do happen, it would be like a roll off the back to us because we got so many components and so many people loving on each other that we ain't gonna let each other fail. States that ain't in disasters will reach out so quickly and hard and boom, boom, we can do this. And we know we can. We know we can. We know we can. Anyway, my heart feel it. Everybody heart feel it. We feel it. We just catapult a lot of us to get us to understand the conditions of the what Jia and the universe is like, with a pulse. With a pulse. With a pulse. With a pulse. That's good. Because I'll secure the pulse. I'll love on the post. I would never disrespect the post. You see what I'm saying? I can't disrespect the post. I understanding that Almighty, I'm just a vessel. From everything, that's how I look at myself. I'm a very special vessel to come through to bring the message. But I'll never level myself up above anybody or below anybody. I can just be showing for you, baby. It's the best I can be. I feel so many of you. And I too love you. Yeah. We all right. We all right. Have a great day. If ain't nobody hugged you, oh man, you're wrong. You know me. If you ain't loving on yourself, man, yeah. Cherish you, baby. Cherish you. You all you got. You all you got. Not nobody else. You gotta say to you, I'm all I got. I'm all I got. So I got to. I get up, grind, be the best me. We all do that. We're gonna be all right. I promise we're gonna be all right. There's enough of I see. And soul family. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Many would think somebody looking at somebody like me say, oh man, he's supreme confidence and da da. Yeah, I am. I can't lie to you. I am always been there. And it's never been the ego. It's been that supreme confidence that's taken out from me. People have judged it to be my ego. No, it's just my supreme confidence in me. But, as you know, we all have our days and stuff like that. And even in the midst of my bad days, man, I still understand that's your greatest, because you go hard in your greatest in your bad days. So to get people who are aware and understand and feel me and reach out and touch me and give me encouragement and every day just boom, boom. What you do is you confirmation to what I already know and expect from myself. But you bring in that wow factor to me, to that like, wow, I touched you. Damn, wow. Feel me? So I'll always cherish that. Real talk. Real talk. And I thank you for the journey, for getting me, you know what I'm saying, uplifting me and being unapologetic. And some of you very, very understandable, critical, I soak it up all. Because if you can't take constructive criticism in this lifetime, and even harsh, man, you're like, damn, why you don't say nothing about that? You gotta understand, people want to vent. I don't look at none of it as hate. I know the condition of this world. This world is PTSD right now. So a lot of what everybody doing, they venting. Like, man, they do. I'm mad at such, but I can direct it to him. He need to shut up. He bringing out the worst of me. Think about that. He bringing out I told y'all, man. I know where I was supposed to be, man. I was supposed to went to school, got a psychology major and all that stuff. Yeah. Just there, God, man. So I love you, man. I love you, woman. I love you, woman, so much. Keep being the best, y'all, man. Good. Love to you. You ain't, hey, you know better, do better. Y'all know the deal.